I think he wins.
I do too.
I kind of like put it underneath my shoulder or my arm. Walk around the other side. I kind of like pick up the hair thing, and I like hold it up to Fen so he takes it, and, like holds onto it, or takes it in his mouth, and then I just make my way back.
Yeah, and he'll come up and he'll just gently take it from your hand and hold it in his mouth by the scruff on its fur again. And you guys start your way back.
Proto-jackal, maybe?
And as the hour comes to a close for your guys' meeting, everybody, within about 5, maybe 10 minutes of each other, gets to the spot where you had tied your horses up. And Ben returns. He's got 3 pheasants underneath his arm. And everybody lays down what they have in front of them. And, everybody's just looking over each other's trophies.
Kind of look at Hangman. I'm like, you dragged that?
Give him a little shot.
Little hang loose.
Whoa.
A little play.
Nope. I said nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. No to what, though?
To define sense.
Oh, that was a while
I know you
ago.
probably did that accidentally, but
Okay, so
No, that was a while ago.
That was when he was trying to perceive Heskar's
I
trauma.
kind of put the chest down in front of in the middle of everybody, and I'm like, I also found this.
Then I say under my breath, fucking nerd.
It was the weirdest thing. I found a burrow with that, and kind of like Fen. I kind of like put it down, and I like, kind of. It's weird enough as it is, and I like pointing at the head where like the little nubs are.
Intriguing.
Wow.
But there was a lever in the burrow.
This thing created a
I
lever?
don't know. This is really weird.
Sounds fishy to me.
I turned the lever, and this chest appeared on the other side of the burrow. It was in a hidden compartment in the side of a burrow in the middle of the woods.
Do you think this animal made that?
I don't know. Honestly, like I'm used to stuff being, kind of clear cut in terms of plans. This is just weird.
It looks
And
weird.
I don't have a key, and I kind of, jiggle the lock. Does the lock, if I pull on it, is it like still locked?
there's no lock per se. There's just a latch on the front. That's just a simple turn, and it disengages the latch, and it will enable the lid to be opened. So there's no lock. There's just a latch on it.
I wasn't really,
Thieves' tools.
thinking I
Thieves'
should
tools.
open it in the woods by myself, in case, I don't know, it like blows up in my face.
You never know what could be in those boxes.
It's true.
Speaking of weird, look at this. I bring out my charred bear skull.
Like, I kind of look at it, I'm like, what the hell did you do?
That poor animal.
I was testing some magic, and I brought this trophy. This is my deer.
He's just holding it like it's just this deer.
And then this was actually a bear that I blew up with a lightning bolt. I was testing my magic, and I shot a lightning bolt at this bear, and it turned into this little charred mess. But, I'm sure that doesn't count as my trophy, but here's my trophy nonetheless, is this Bambi, and I give it a slap on the butt.
So like his little thing, could I discern that it was a bear? Like, I mean, from the kind of description earlier you said, but like from my perspective, or I guess our perspective, what is it it just looks like a charred bone?
Skull.
It looks like some piece of charred bone that looks like it was from a skull from its shape. Like it looks like it probably was like the eye cavity of some sort of bone or skull, but you can't tell what it would be from.
We can visibly tell it was burnt to crisp, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I kind of
Kentucky Fried.
Okay. Like I said,
And-
why am I worried about fire? I'm immune to fire now.
Ben just kind of looks over at all of you and spreads his arms and says, "Well, few different trophies we have here. I'll leave it up to you to decide who you think is the winner. And you all can just vote for one person that you think brought back the best trophy."
What'd you get again?
I just got a deer, so I'm gonna vote for Heskar for finding that weird horny hair in the treasure chest.
Yeah, that seems weird to me too. That seems kind of bizarre to stumble upon a crazy creature like
is.
that,
It is weird.
and then a chest that it was hoarding.
You get my
Well-
vote though.
Hingman came back with some
Right.
battle scars on him. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
he never said that he healed himself, so he probably still has like some blood on him from getting charred by the charged by the boar.
I'm sorry, man. I never ask you how you feel. But
I know.
I cast Cure Wounds on him.
I guess suck it up, nerd.
You regain 5 HP. I gotta place my hand on.
Bless this nerd.
Yeah, bless this nerd. I guess
Bless this
I would
nerd for his
say just for the overall ordeal, you got my vote. That thing must not have been easy to pull back.
Well, actually.
All right.
No,
all
I'm
right.
just kidding. I definitely deserve all. Yes.
Okay. Well, what about you, Ben? Where's your vote? If you had to vote.
So, Wainred and Nox both voted for Heskar, right? Heskar, you're voting for Hingman.
Yep.
Yep. Hingman, who are you voting for?
I'm gonna vote for
Ben has
Myself.
3 pheasants.
myself. Yeah.
If you want to, you can vote for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I know.
So we need a tiebreaker.
Yeah. Ben, we need some help here.
So you voted for yourself?
Oh hell yeah.
Okay.
Who doesn't?
And he puts his hands on his hips.
All of us do.
Looks between the 4 of you, and he's just looking between the 2 trophies and honestly, and he takes out the little flask that Wainwright you saw him with before, and he unscrews the top and just takes a little drink from it. Still early in the day. I think the winner will be decided when we find out what's inside of that chest, huh, boys?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
That's
Fair
actually fair. I
We
guess
could, we can have
It's
Hingman
just
do the
wood.
honors.
It's just wood.
Oh, okay.
It's just gonna be
Yeah.
Colonel
What is
Gentleman's
bullshit?
bliss.
I win.
When he says that, he hands out the flask to just generally you guys, if anybody wants to take it.
Oh yeah, dude.
I'll take some.
Okay. So both of you can take a little swig off of that.
Constitution saving throw.
That's
Yep,
both.
both of you make Constitution saving
Oh,
throws.
good.
with disadvantage.
Ben just auto
At
succeeds every time
disadvantage.
he takes a sip. God, this guy's fucking hardy. Holy shit.
Anybody who drinks this stuff ever has to make a save at disadvantage.
Oh. Well.
You're drunk.
Just a little bro.
Good night, Hingman.
This being early in the morning, the simple rabbit breakfast that you guys all had is not enough to contend with the high alcohol per volume beverage that you just consumed. So you're going to be feeling this probably until about bedtime.
Yeah. I
I
kind
feel
of
this about bedtime.
I kind of look at the chest and I'm like, oh god. I grab the flask and I do a oh god. We're all not doing good. I take a swig
What's your
and
target?
I get a 8.
We gotta do a disadvantage.
Oh right, disadvantage. Well, oh shit. 8.
Did
Yeah.
you roll the same thing twice?
So rolled the same thing twice.
Fuck yeah.
Yep. The 3 of you are at like a solid 4 out of 10 for pretty much the rest of the day.
Half in the bag.
4 out of 10, bud. I can still drive.
4 out of 10 before 9 o'clock. All right.
Give me my keys. I am okay to go.
So I after my swig, and I kind of I take about a 15-foot saunter away from everybody, like nice distance enough away.
Okay.
Well, just
Yeah, just to see if it's
in case.
a blast radius.
And I kind of like set it, down, kind of grab the latch, flip it open, and I open the chest.
Okay, go ahead and make me a. No, I'm just kidding.
Ooh.
Ah ha ha!
Your heart bumping there.
I was like, fuck.
Inside of the chest, you just see a very simple looking beige-ish, khaki kind of colored piece of fabric that is folded up.
Shit.
Just a MacGuffin. It's like Pulp Fiction. The case is glowing.
I don't pick it up. I try and unfold it in the chest.
And there's not a ton of room in there, but as you start to unfold it, you just see that it looks to be, there's a hood to it. There are just simple like sleeves on it. And then what you see mainly that sticks out to you are the different patches that cover the fabric of this seeming robe, cloak item.
I know what this is.
This is fucking like
What do the
Yoda's
patches
cloak.
look like?
There are a few different ones that you can see. There's one that is in the shape of a roughly cut diamond. There's another one that is just a ladder.
Wilson gave me this item when we were doing the test ones or whatever at the start.
I kind of audibly, and I kind of pick it up, take it out of the chest, and I hold it up, facing the other guys.
And as he pulls out this item and unfolds it and shows it to the rest of you, you guys all see exactly what he saw. A beige, khaki-ish colored, what now unfolded is revealed to be a robe that has many different patches covering almost the entirety of the robe itself. And there are, like I said, like different shapes for each of the patches. There's one that is roughly like equestrian horse looking. There's one that's like shaped like a dog. There's just a bag that is slightly bulging with a little cinch tie at the top to it. Just a bunch of different patches all over this thing.
Should we all grab a patch?
We should probably take a closer look at it before we start.
Ben,
messing
you
with
ever see something like this before? Are you holding that?
I can't say that I have. Hand it here a moment. I might be able to discern exactly what this is.
I hand it over to him.
I can too. I have Arcana, but
You give it to him?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. He takes it in his hands and is just running his fingers over the fabric and looking at it more closely and just like really inspecting this thing. And he says to everybody, "This seems to be a something I've read about in a few books before. Pretty handy item from what I can tell. It's a robe of useful items." One simply wears the robe, and whenever you remove one of these patches, whatever the patch represents is then made into reality.
Huh, you don't say.
So as an example, if I were to remove one of these ladder-shaped patches, I would be able to make an actual, real ladder.
Well,
does
that-
sound like a row of useful items.
That is
Yeah.
that is indeed useful. Huh. Well, I kind of
So yeah, basically how the robe works is you can use an action to detach one of the patches, causing it to become the object or creature it represents. Once the last patch is removed from the robe, it just becomes an ordinary garment. But there's tons of different
And what
Patches.
what patches
So-
does it have on there? Just so I can tell from that list.
These ones right here, and then 44 of these ones.
Yeah, I already have that rolled.
Right, yeah. I figured you already had the stuff rolled
Yeah,
on
it's
there,
got
so-
the ones up there that it says. And then 10 patches of gems that altogether would equal 100 gold points. So using all 10 would give you 10 gems, which would equal 100 gold for all 10. A wooden ladder, which is 24 feet. I'll type these out as I'm saying them too. Make it a little bit easier. Okay. There are 10 gems, wooden ladder, 24 feet. Riding horse with saddlebags.
Well, now I can actually return my horse.
Yeah.
The long-term rental.
Two mastiffs.
Oh, some friends.
We're gonna have a dog.
Bag of 100 gold.
The kind of look on your
Spell
face there.
scroll.
So,
First to third level spell scroll.
no, these are all different patches on that robe.
Iron door.
We can potentially rip them off and then
Right.
be
and it
conjured.
becomes.
Yeah. So whenever we need 100 gold, we just tear off the 10
Yeah.
gem thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess it would be like each gem. Like
There's
10.
also a bag of just straight up 100 gold in there too.
Yeah.
The iron door is really handy. You can put it into
A
any
pit.
opening.
A 10-foot
stays there
cube, which
permanently.
is a pit.
Huh.
8 potions of healing. Well, actually, we'll make it 4 potions of healing. And 4 of greater.
All right. You feeling
I,
good? You got time to burn?
like after.
Another riding
Your
horse.
heart's not there. That's your tummy.
That's where
So there's
the
2 riding horses.
That's where it
That's
feels.
where Hartford comes
Yeah.
from.
Rowboat.
Is it indigestion?
Yeah, it's an
This robe has.
Hank and
Window.
shit.
this is the dankest fucking robe ever.
I'm gonna run to section 9 when we're done here and get
Joseph
some.
is the amazing
Pepto.
Technicolor. Fuck you.
Peppo?
Yeah.
We had a nice little medicine section there.
Oh yeah? Like some Advil leave and stuff?
Yeah, Agile, Aleve, allergy
Tums.
medicine, Tums, Pepto Chew tabs.
Dayquil, Nyquil.
Dayquil. I don't think
And that's all the patches plus the ones that it lists being already included.
Okay.
And
I
tampons,
kind of
condoms,
I'm
and
just
that.
like taking a
Oh, I didn't know that.
stock of them all. I'm like, whoa. And I kind of look at Hingman and I tap the 2 mastiffs and I'm like, you got yourself a herd.
Hell yeah, dude.
You
My
got,
own
yourself,
pack.
you got a pack.
Pack of pooches.
Pack of pooches. I guess we'll have. Oh, you have guard dogs for the keep.
Yeah, we do.
Ooh.
Awesome.
Nice.
And evidently we have spare horses now.
Yeah, we're getting a stable going, or a ranch. We gotta
Yeah.
get-
Oh yeah.
The like the door and the window are interesting because it's not just that you create physically like a door, it's that you take the patch off and then you put it on a surface and it creates a door on that surface. So once where there was just solid wall, there is now a door. It's not just like, oh, hey guys, look, I made a freestanding door frame and door. Ha 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 ha. Same thing with the window too.
I kind of look at it and I'm like, all right. One problem, I can't really wear this and my chain mail at the same time, and I kind of like, I take it from Ben and you want to be the keeper of the things?
I could do that. I'm well versed in the cloth arts.
I just assume I can't quite peel patches off underneath my armor. You'll see me pull a mastiff out of my armpit.
That'd be awesome.
That'll
bro.
be weird.
That would be.
That's the dream. What are you talking about?
Well, you know.
And I'm already somewhat of a magician, so
Yeah, I was gonna say, it makes-
pulling animals out of different orifices
Yeah, I was
is
gonna
my
say.
forte.
Pulling a 12-foot ladder out from.
It keeps coming.
Whoa! So yeah, I hand the robe of useful items to Nox to wear.
And I don it. I'm like, whoa.
Keep it. Keep it close. I look at Ben and I'm like, this means I win, right?
I'd say you win, man.
We all win.
You know what? I think I'm gonna give it to the little master here.
I look at Ben and I'm like, fucking what?
Not many people take a beating from a foe of similar size like that and don't complain about it later. It's mighty big of you.
Whoa.
What a great creature.
Mighty big of me?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I let slide, dude.
you're
I'm
this is,
beaming.
This is
I'm
what I'm
beaming.
doing
You're a
after
little
hearing
tuned
that
up,
Wilson
though.
just off
I know.
on his
I am,
sides.
but like I got my just desserts, so I'm living with it.
That's what I'm doing right now, TK. Just
I look at him and I'm like, you get one mastiff.
Okay.
look at one now.
And I'm like, well, I guess we'll just keep on going then, and you think we can make it to that bridge by nightfall, or perhaps
We make it that,
to the
that
ferry
far,
by
I
chance?
think.
We're still right here, right?
Yeah, we're there.
I think we can make it decently far. I think by midday tomorrow we can make it to the ferry, which by the time we make it to the ferry, we're basically there.
Sounds good.
All right. Well,
move
yeah.
out.
Let's gather our horses and
Okay.
yeah.
You know, the rest of the day continues on. Everybody has their own conversations and comments about the competition that occurred. The night now is followed by more drinking and celebration in honor of Hingman and his victory for the day. And everybody wakes up the next morning a little bit hungover, some maybe more than others, but the journey does continue. And you guys sleep in just a little bit because the journey is going to be a little bit shorter this coming day. But about midday-ish, noon, 1 o'clock, you do make it to the ferry. And standing outside near this dock, just a lone dock that stretches out into the water with a small boat tied up to the end, is just what you can see to be an elf wearing golden armor and a visored helm, who silently leads you to the boat, makes sure that everybody is settled, climbs in along with you, and starts rowing with a long stick paddle out towards the other island. Yeah. And as you guys ride out there, You can see on the island ahead of you, the island itself is not massive, but almost the entirety of it is covered with what looks to be one large building with just many different wings and rooms and areas to it, or it's many different buildings all clustered together in very, very, very close proximity to each other. There's a large winding set of steps that leads up to whatever this place is, and the person who has escorted you across on the ferry now moors the boat to the dock. There's another similarly garbed man here who sees you all out of the boat and starts leading you up the stairs. Still not a word has been said to you at all. Ben has not said anything. He merely just has nodded to these people that he's been encountering. That's all. Any questions you guys posit towards any of the guards here are not answered, and anything you ask about like this place or what's going on to Ben, he just says, gives you all answers of like, I'll explain when we arrive and in time and stuff like that. And you're all led into the first building that you arrive at and through endless seeming hallways. And you walk for a good 10-15 minutes. You go upstairs, you go through hallways, you go into doors, into other hallways, you go downstairs, you go back upstairs, just winding through this place. And if you're going through multiple buildings or if you're in the same one, you don't know. But wherever it is, it's a long and winding path to end up where you are. Until finally, after climbing what seems to be 4-5 sets of stairs, one after another, you're led to a door. And the door just sits atop one of these sets of stairs, of like spiral tower type staircases that you've been led up. The guard who has led you up there sees you to the door and then makes his way back down the stairs, leaving you at the door. Then stands in front of the door and faces you all. Now, I must warn you, we are about to enter the area of anti-magic of which I spoke. Some of you might feel a bit disoriented. Any motions over to you, Nox, as your magic or connection to magic is cut off while we are inside. I ask you, anything that we speak of within this room, anything you see, anything you hear, remain within the room. And you shall see the need for that very soon. And he's looking to each of you. They were left on the other side of the ferry. They were left at a spot where there's a small sort of stable to look after mounts like that. Well, he's looking to you guys like he just said to you all, I hope that you're all going to be able to keep everything in here a secret. And he's looking at each of you, looking for like some word of agreement or confirmed. No, Sean. Okay, well, he wants you to say something. And he looks to you too and just says, I don't ask for this frivolously. If there are things inside, and also things that we will speak of that need to be protected and quarantined. It's of safety for everybody that I take these measures. Hangman? Okay. And Knox? Well, he wants you to actually say something. Okay. So he just squints his eyes slightly, but turns and opens the door and motions for the four of you to enter. So the room in front of you is littered with tomes, scrolls, books, just different things that contain knowledge and writing. There is a lot of different candlelight, a couple different torches, but most of the lighting in here is very soft, with a little bit of natural light coming in from somewhere farther into the room. And most of the interior of the room here is very naturally cut, as if it were just the inside of a cave that were fashioned to be some sort of quarters. And as you turn a small corner after entering this doorway, in front of you all is this large cavernous room with all the books and scrolls and tomes, and the only other creature inside of the room right now is this huge, massive, golden scaled dragon that sits in the middle of all these different tomes and these different scrolls. And he sits right now, seems to be leafing through one of the different books. And he turns your way and stops reading the book. And you can see most of his size is made up by his wings. But the rest of him is still quite large, as his sinewy form just sort of arcs and moves in a way as he looks over in your direction. And you guys look back in a moment of just shock to see Ben, who is just staring forward with no seeming reaction on his face at the moment. And you all look back to the dragon, who sees you all, arcs its neck back, and rears its head up as its mouth opens, and you see just rows of sharp ivory fangs inside of the jaw, which seem to catch the natural light coming in from behind it. And as it opens its mouth, it lets loose this voice, which just rings out inside of the cavern in front of you. Allah!